All right, should be live. Should be live right now. Is it gonna update? That's the question. Wait for the notification to go out. Alright, that's an ad there. Just gotta check the audio first. Make sure everything's good on the audio side of the live stream. Gonna be covering a lot today. Exactly what we're gonna be covering. We don't really particularly know. I've got some things pulled up. We may have to go through a bunch of things as well in terms of like if people suggest stuff that we're going to be looking for. Then we might like divert from the whole plan of what we started doing. So mainly the whole point of the live stream is just to look for coins that we could potentially mine or potentially buy that are going to be worth, I wouldn't say, well, 100x is not impossible, but the main focus is very small market cap coins that are basically non-existent. You can't find that much information about them, but they have potential. I guess a lot of small coins have potential. Even if they're not useful as such, they will still grow in the market as an overall. Just based on the fact that Bitcoin's going to go up in the future and they're going to see some liquidity. And if you get in early, then obviously the market cap of these coins is going to go substantially up quicker than they would, say, for coins like Litecoin, which is probably only going to do maybe 2-3x at most in the future. Just stuff like that, or maybe a little bit more than 2 or 3x. But mainly looking at coins that don't have this high market cap because the supply's moved on now. There's way more supply out there, which means it's harder to increase the market cap if there's way more supply because people obviously have to put more money in for it to increase the market cap. This is why a lot of those coins that did pump in the previous bull run that we were looking at mainly would have a lot of supply right now, like Cadena. It's probably one of them that has so much, well, it doesn't have so much supply, but it has relatively more supply compared to what it did in the last bull run. And same for a lot of other coins, which means that there's more basically liquidity that you have to pump into it for the price of one coin to go up more. That's just like simple how it would work. But today we're obviously going to be looking at smaller coins. So most of the coins that I'll be looking at aren't really listed on CoinMarketCap, I don't think, as of such. Some of them are listed on CoinGecko, so we can have a little look at that. Mainly, we're going to look at Factorn, which is not, well, it is relatively new, I guess. But I've only seen it like listed in one exchange, which is ZegX. And then Abelian. So this is basically piggybacking off of Son of a Tech's kind of video, but we'll also look at other ones in the mining pool stats, like the new power coins that we could potentially mine there. So I think if we just start off with Factorn, so it's Factorn, but this O is a 0. I don't know why they've put that, but I'm sure it's to do with the fact that this is a blockchain, or at least a algorithm. If we look on here, this is from the actual official Coinbase information place, integer factorization as proof of work. So hashing algorithms, this is different way of hashing. I guess all different algorithms have different ways of hashing, but this is a new one based on factorial numbers basically. If we go down, this was just something that I did note. Just this month, Forbes reported a bill that's in the works in New York State, as well as leaked European documents that signal a ban on proof of work mining in general for Bitcoin or otherwise. So, I mean, that's not really that good because in terms of mining, it's probably the best way to get into coins very early on without even buying them on exchanges or anything. It's worth noting that by and large, proof of work blockchains are based on some form of hashing, a mathematical function that's easy to compute. We all know how mining works, or I'd expect everyone to know that if they're watching my channel, that's how mining works. So Who cares about integer factorization? So this is basically how the hashing function works. If we click on the white paper, it is an integer factorization of proof of work. So the sheer amount of planetary resources dedicated to mining in the form of hashing SHA-2, incentivized by financial aspects of the blockchain technology, has raised concerns questioning among members of every community that understands the astronomical numbers associated to resource usage devoted to this one endeavor. So SHA-256, SHA whatever 256 3D, stuff like that. And in main terms, I'm not going to go through the whole white paper because, you know, most of it's just like normal stuff where it's like integer factorization just explains it. The oldest problems in mathematics we learned about in elementary school, among other things. We learned how to factor integers into their prime factors. You know, that's standard stuff. Blockchain overview covering every aspect of the blockchain in detail would make this white paper unbearably long, which is good that they've kind of put it down to this. A blockchain based on factoring as proof of work does not exist yet. It seems because there does not exist a way to deterministically generate semi-primes with good factors, i.e. of the same number of digits without first knowing the factors. Note that proof of work is not generating semi-primes but rather factoring them. This subtle distinction is the key to making factoring possible. The way to address the issue is to make this problem part of the solution in a very particular way because it has a hard time finding such semi-primes, makes them part of the proof of work by a way of factoring that allows miners to be rewarded for finding them. So that's basically how proof of work works in general. So when we're talking about factoring, it's a different way of looking at these semi-primes. I'm not going to get into it because it's very highly technical stuff that, you know, if I just explain it to you, it's just this live stream would go on forever. Anyway, what the main thing that I'm talking about here is that Coinbase has written about it. Coinbase is actually, well, hasn't listed it, but they've got one of those things that shows that it's not traded on Coinbase, but it's at least up there. If we just type in factoring, here we go. It's CoinMarketCap. Like you can see, Coinbase. It does this for basically a lot of coins as well. The price is showing at £24, but on ZegX it's actually trading at around $5 per coin. So I would say it's an interesting coin to be looking at. Volume's very, very low. Market cap isn't even displayed. I think the market cap would be maybe, well, fully diluted valuation is under 1 million. So you could kind of get an idea of what the market cap is there. It'd probably be, you know, 50,000 maybe. But it's interesting. Take a look into it if you want to, you know, look further. You can go on the Twitter, go on the white paper, take a look into it. If you do want to be able to mine it, there's a video on Sonatech's channel that you can follow through. I know it requires a little bit. Yo, get your money up, player. Shut up. Anyway, there's a little bit of like technical ability that you need to actually start mining Factorn, or the same with this coin that we're going to cover now is Abelan. But you can trade it on ZegX, and I believe they have 2 markets for this. Yeah, so they have Factorn to Dogecoin, which is an interesting pair. You'd normally see Factorn to Bitcoin, but they have USD, obviously. Now, not really much volume going on the platform, like you can see there. Let's get rid of this. And let's go on 1. So you can see there's people that have bought and set it at $22 per coin, stuff like that. People are still buying it at 5 and 4. Not much trading volume going on, so price isn't moving relatively that much. you know, there's a volume of 1,214 of the coin, which is worth what, 5 times, so 5,000, as they said on CoinGecko. Not that much volume. I'd say just maybe get a small amount of this. If you can't mine it, mining it would be, I mean, you get probably a lot of blocks, but it's there's no really calculable profitability out there. You just have to do your own calculations based on how much you got. Like, you can't go onto hashrate.no and type it in. You'd have to do your own calculations, like in a Google sheet or something, to actually work out what the profitability of this coin is. I'm assuming it's not that profitable, but if you do have the electricity prices, then mine it. If not, just buy a small amount of it, maybe even, I don't know, let's just go with 100 coins. No, let's just go with 25 coins, because that would give you 25 times 5, 125. So $125 into this, that's 5 coins, and, you know, maybe it takes off. Coinbase, I did see that it listed it at $30 per coin, but that's obviously not a factual API data or anything really. I don't know where they got that data from. And it's only been on the market since October 21st. That's when it first started trading on ZX. So, and it went up to $8 per coin, which normally coins will go up and at the start, because when it's listed on something, people want to sell it, and then it'll go down. But this is looking like people got a bit overhyped there, sold it off, I guess, and it's just returning to the normal, I'd say normal level that it was relatively at. So this might be one of those picks. Maybe just buy one or two coins, 1, 2, 3 coins. Yo, what is the tea? Spill it almost. Happy to catch you in live. I'll leave a lurk while I get some belated lunch. All right. Cheers. Also, like the video and subscribe, because we're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Just make sure you do that. Anyway, so maybe a little bit of Factorn. Wouldn't put too much money into it. If the market cap's sitting at 50,000 or something like that, that I'm kind of just taking a best guess on that. The market cap on CoinMarketCap shows 4 million. On CoinGecko it shows 1 million fully diluted. But I don't really know where these figures are all coming from, so there's a bit of a conflicting thing. I have to see in a little bit how much, like, we'll have to see down the road how much actual market cap it's floating at. But for the most part, the volume matches around a coin of, I'd say, 100,000 to 50,000 in volume, maybe. So it might be good even if it goes up to 10 million in market cap. That would still be, you know, a 10x. Or if it was 100,000, it goes to 10 million, that would be 100x. And 10 million is not really that much in the whole sphere of things, but it looks to be, you know, just a new coin that we could potentially mine right now and then trade off in the future. As you can see, it's not really moving too much in terms of trading. Like, nothing's moving too quickly. There's liquidity there, but in the total USD, it's only like $5, that's like nothing. Somebody here is wanting to sell 58 of their coins at $5. So what would that be? $250. You know, a lot of these are pretty low volume trades. 300's pretty high. But yeah, what would that be? 6? No, 5. 150. Would it? No, sorry. 300 times 5 would be. What would it be? 1,500. Yeah. Yeah, 1,500. So this would actually be 5 times 5 is 25, 250. No, I am right with that one. Anyway, so Factorn, maybe it's a good buy to go into. Who knows? It's one of those just like really moonshot coins, to be honest with you. I would look into it before you start buying into it, but it seems like it has enough around it. Like it's kind of got a Coinbase article written about it, which, I mean, for a coin that has pretty much no data on it at all, that would be a good sign to at least see that people in the space are writing about this coin. Anyway, so as I said, you can trade it on ZegX. I don't believe there's any more that you can actually trade it on. If we go fact. It is listed on CoinMarketCap, I believe, but it doesn't actually show a right price if we go up here and we type in. Here it shows it at just listed at $30 per coin. Like there's no chart. Like you can't go like all time. This is probably just weird data that they've collected. It's probably going to get scrubbed as soon as, you know, we see the actual price of it. Anyway, it's listed at 4 million, but definitely not verified. And self-reporting supply is 145, but on CoinGecko, it's looking like 191. So if we actually did the market cap right there, total supply right now is 191,000. So 191. And that would be times 5. So market cap of just under 1 million. That is based on the total supply there. So even if it goes to 10 million, that's 10x. If it goes to 100 million, that's 100x. It's still very early if it's at 1 million market cap. Coins like we saw other coins a few months ago that we got onto, which were these ones down here, Octa, Ironfish, not really, but Claw, Nexa, Kyler Coin. Those are ones that were just had very, very low market caps, like around 250,000, and now they're all the way up to 3.5 million. Octa has gone up loads, 9 million. Near AI has gone up to 3.5 million as well, kind of in competition with Claw AI. Same with Neoxa. That's took a dip off, but they had some slight API data here, which is obviously why you see this massive spike if we click on it here. I still say that those are good plays. They're very, very early coins, yeah, so you can just discount this API data. I don't think that that was actually true data there. This was true data, I believe, though. So overall, it did have a nice price spike when people started mining it at the start, but the supply was so low back then. But there's not really much point in mining Neoxa because you can just play games like any games that they list. You can play them and it will reward you in Neoxa. So you can basically just play games and it'll give it out. This is mineable, right? If you know the block reward, blocks per day, date of launch, any pre-mine amounts, and the current price, you can get the market cap. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the chat there, but yeah, that was the market cap, is around that. That's just like a quick market cap check. I'm not gonna go into the whole when it started. Like they didn't have a pre-mine on Factor, and I know that. If we go, I'm not gonna go through the white paper or anything, but I believe that they didn't. Anyway, so same with Neoxa, which actually brings us on to the next coin that I was looking at, which was on these new POW coins. We haven't really seen many new POW coins come out, like lately. It's looking like we're talking on mining pool stats now. Obviously, we're looking at these ones, but they aren't listed. I don't believe they all have their own pools, like that you can only mine to that pool. So there's no point listing it. Anyway, this is this Good Morning coin. We've basically covered all these. We did a live stream quite a while ago covering, you know, looking at new proof of work coins that we could be mining, like speculation mining. And this is probably the only new one. And this is WRA hash. I've never heard of that hashing algorithm before. But this is a coin called Good Morning, which actually is pretty much the same thing as Neoxa, just kind of offering a different style of games, I guess. One of the biggest ones, CSGO, Dota 2, PUBG, League of Legends. So these are all big games which you could play on servers, which, you know, you could earn 50% of gaming reward tokens. So same thing as nexa, just a different selection of games. The only problem is with this coin is that it basically has no development as of yet. Like if we click on any of these, like if we click on the Rust one, it just says in development, open soon. Same with League of Legends, I believe. Yeah, in development, open soon. Same here. Okay, so there is one for Naraka. I've never played that game, so I don't know. Anyway, that's how you do it. You basically, like, the same thing that you do with nexa, is you link your wallet address and then it will kind of display the fact that you're playing in Discord, and then it will basically reward you tokens through that wallet address. So you can play Dota 2 on here. I don't believe they have a CSGO one yet, but they have a PUBG one. Same kind of, methodology to actually gaining coins. Let's look. What was it? Bitcoin talk. So they don't have CSGO listed, but people obviously would want to play CS2 maybe. I don't know. Over CSGO right now. So that might just be like a something that they need to work on. So it says here, going for, this is like pennies for one coin. Not much volume, I don't think. If we take this number, what's the actual volume in USD? Does it say it anywhere on here? Nope. So this would be the volume plus, where are we here? This times this gives us 1,000 USDT in trading volume, which is very small. But obviously a newly, okay, it says it right there, a newly listed coin, but not really. They've had development surely for certain, where is the actual, you see, the only problem is they haven't really set it up very well, because if I click on the website, it takes me to basically the network, and then if I click on anything else on there, like let's say I go down, I click on Twitter here, it just takes me back to the website. So not sure what happened there, but for the most part, what's that, 27 gigahash? I don't actually know what the algorithm runs on in terms of like what GPUs coincide to what hashing or hash rates they have. But if we look here, our plant, obviously they come on along and they list new coins. That's mostly where their bread and butter is listing these newer coins. But not really many pools. These basically are discounted. Well, sorry, these are discounted because there's not really any data going through them. Probably people just trying to set up pools and stuff for new coins. Z pool, nothing. And same with that. So it's come down a little bit since the launch, which was 24 days ago. Normally what happens is when a coin gets listed on mining pool stats, like a new coin, if we click here, they normally get a bit of hash rate like added on, just because people will be looking here to find new coins, and then it kind of dips off after a little bit, and then it will come back up within a month or so as more people, start creating content around it, getting to know how to use it and stuff like that. But as I said, with these kind of play to earn, I prefer this style of play to earn because you're actually playing a game that you'd want to play. And probably indirect competition, good morning with nexa, but it doesn't really matter because, they have various different games. So if you want to play this game, you just connect your good morning account, I guess. And then if you want to play a different game, you play on the nexa servers. Same thing, you just have it set up. So that is just one of the new coins that we were looking at. Don't really have much, but as you can see here, it's for users who revel in the virtual gaming world. Good Morning Network offers an entirely new way to profit. I mean, it's not entirely new, but Users can earn 15% of gaming reward tokens. This not only enhances user engagement, but also builds a bridge between virtual gaming and cryptocurrency sphere. Good Morning reserves 15% of the block rewards for the team. Interesting. You know, sometimes when they allocate... Okay, so here's the block reward structure, never mind. 15%... Oh, so it's probably more beneficial to mine it than to play. With Neox, I think it's more beneficial just to play than to mine it. Let's go gaming dev team. I don't really like that they give money to the dev team. I like, you know, fully... Or what would you call it? Fully no allocation coins. They normally do the best in terms of like honesty and the development, because the development is driven by the community who want to see certain developments on the coin and not what the developers particularly want. In terms of somebody could suggest something in the Discord and then they could set up a community fund for it if they wanted it to go through, and the developers would like agree to that. So I prefer normally fully no allocation in terms of the block reward and stuff like that, and no pre-mine. Anyway, moving on to our next coin that we're looking at, which is Abelian. I believe that's what it's called. Now, haven't actually seen it on any of the exchanges. Total number of transactions, total number of addresses. So a lot of addresses, I'd say, for just a small chain that's not really listed anywhere. I don't think it's listed anywhere, at least. I haven't been able to find it. If we could search it up here. Maybe it's listed on... Oh, okay, so it is listed on... Yeah, preview only. So they do have it in the works, I suppose. No tokenomic data or anything for it. If we go on to documents, we've already got it open there. What is Abelian? Abelian, same thing. It's basically a blockchain that is wanting to be quantum resistant. So we obviously know, I think even the Bitcoin blockchain is quantum resistant. I thought I saw a video on some calculations going over that, but who knows really. Privacy enhancing, wallet address and amount hiding, industry leading encryption. Let's just go to the tokenomics. Supply 225.18 ables, or 251 minus 1 neutrinos, where 1 able 10,000 neutrinos. Oh, so that's like Satoshis for Abelian or whatever, Abelin. God damn, this live stream thing's pretty hard on your throat, like just like speaking for so long. Pre-mined. Okay, so there is a pre-mine on it in the Genesis block. 20.58 million. That's 10% of the overall supply. That counts, okay, for 9.14%, but still. These tokens are for fundraising, community buildup, and marketing. The rest will be all mined by the community. Block frequency set to 256 seconds. Okay. Which area is defined by 400 blocks, so 10 eras. Hence, the total expected time to mine is 32 years. So 400 blocks times 10 times the block reward, 256, means it'll be 100 and created in the first era. Okay, so it's just like a quicker block reward, I believe, like a quicker supply curve than most cryptocurrencies that we have, like Bitcoin or anything. Halving happens after each era. In the final era, the block reward will be 0.5 able. Every 4,000 blocks is 1 epoch. The power difficulty is adjusted after each epoch according to the actual computational power of the network in the last. Okay, so this is obviously going to improve difficulty. I don't know how quickly that would happen. 256 seconds times 4,000. because it would be, oh god, I don't want to do the calculations on how many days that takes, but let's just not do that. So, technical papers. Is this Chinese? No. White paper, here we go. Quantum resistant cryptocurrency, balancing privacy and accountability. Skip through the abstract. Let's look. Call for privacy, call for accountability, Abelin and its potential features. Page 14. Let's have a look at that. It's a brand new cryptocurrency. It's secure against quantum attacks and supports fully privacy with optional accountability. Core systems are provably secure under strong and practical adversarial models. Its implementations follow the design and will be open for public review. Target to build an open community which can consistently improve security, scalability, decentralization, and enable growth. Quantum resistance. All cryptographic constructions used in Abelin's blockchain platform are quantum resistant and are provably secure in strong security models. Capture the most practical attacking scenarios. Okay, so kind of proofing for the future, I suppose, in those terms, because, you know, we don't really have widely available quantum computers right now. So, I mean, if it's done in, like, their timeline's 32 years, as I said, are we going to have widely available quantum computing by then? I don't really know. So, that's an interesting thought to have at why they put that timeline. Do they think that we're going to have quantum computers by there? Post-quantum bridge yellow paper. Okay, we'll have a little look at that after. No one can break the unlikability or untraceability of coin address and transaction amounts are hidden. That's interesting. Full privacy with accountability, designated authority. It has the same privacy level as basic privacy to other participants, but is same as full privacy. Okay. No one should be able to break the unlinkability or untraceability of coin addresses. That to test. So, you know, the coin addresses and stuff are reliable with proven track record. How interesting. Let's go back up to the contents here. Notions, coins, transactions, ledger, transactions for protecting privacy. Cryptographic framework is on page 66. Let's have a look if we can't find that. 66. Donate is public key, secret key pair can be generated from pseudonym public key, pseudonym secret key pair is used to achieve recipient hiding, cut the relation between the coin address and the pseudonym. Okay, it's interesting. Linkable ring signature scheme, origin hiding. So basically a quantum proofed, so definitely looking ahead in the future, quantum proofed full privacy coin in terms of nobody able to trace even the transaction back to where it came from in terms of the wallet or who has the wallet, I guess. You'd obviously be able to track it yourself though, surely. I don't know. Post-quantum bridge yellow paper. So this is zero knowledge. We propose an outline to build an inter-blockchain connectivity bridge between the post-quantum blockchain and the conventional non-quantum proof blockchain. So right now we're operating on non-quantum proof. Is that what it is? Quantum resistance property of Abelian to upgrade wallets. Okay, so you're not currently using quantum proof right now, but they will be in the future. Is that what this is for? Because there's no point using quantum proofing right now, realistically, because we don't have widely available quantum computers. But then that still begs the question of why they would put it at 32 years. Are we going to have widely available in 32 years? Definitely a possibility. But we'll have to see how it works out. So CPU mineable. right now. For GPU mining, please refer to abelian GPU mining. So when I actually came to setting this up, I believe that the networks were, sorry, not the networks, but the wallet addresses were super long. They were basically like a whole page full of text or full of string numbers. And what you want to do, or you want to do it in PowerShell. What did I put the PowerShell to last time? Let's have a look here. Installation, create a wallet. So create a wallet, ABAC configuration, CIL lightweight wallet to create a wallet. I remember I tried actually mining this and then I put my, oh, it's not going to show it. Can we view the pool? Abelian, what would it be? Abelian mining pool, I guess. Mabel pools, this is what it was. So you have to sign in through a username, as you can see there. That's my username. Anyone can copy it, but there's different pools that you can connect to on this website. You have to set that up through Windows PowerShell. So if you don't have any technical knowledge and actually going through Windows PowerShell, then it might not be the coin for you to start mining as of yet. But they do. So it's not traded anywhere. It's not even traded on ZX. No. Okay. I thought it was traded at least somewhere. Let's just take this. Abelian. Okay, so it's listed on here, but obviously it's not going to show the right price for Abelian on CoinMarketCap either. They haven't even fixed Kaspa's CoinMarketCap ranking yet, so they're not even going to be able to fix that. Anyway, so I'd say Abelian and Factorn, look into them. I believe Son of a Tech has a great YouTube video on both of them, and this is where I got the idea for them. So here we go. This is how you mine them, how to mine Abelian, how to mine Factorn, Son of a Tech. Abelian is slightly harder, I'd say, in terms of mining it. Well, I mean, all these small coins that we like hasn't even got like normal trading or normal market cap display or anything like that. They do take a while before they even hit mining pool stats. They take a while to actually set up. Even with Ironfish, that was not a hard setup, but that required some knowledge of Windows PowerShell and how that worked. And I know for people that are already using it, they say, oh, it's very easy, but to follow a tutorial and to click enter on Windows PowerShell and then it just comes up with like failed, that normally happened to me at the start. So you can kind of, it's going to take you a while to get a hang of it and see where you've actually gone wrong in those terms. But yeah, Abelian and Factorn, you can find out how to mine them on Son of a Tech's channel. I'm not going to click on the video because I think I get copyright striked if I actually play a video. I'm not sure though. Now, in terms of 100x coins that the whole live stream was about, those were the main ones that I was looking at. I still think Ethereum has good potential. A lot of the coins that are going to 100x aren't even listed on any of these sites. Like, it's not going to be listed on here, or at least on Hashrate.no until it picks up some, you know, at least daily emissions or some kind of movement in the space. So I don't believe it's on here yet. If we keep looking down, no, it's not. Anyway, I just wanted to bring up, also you guys can go watch this as well, Serpent X Tech. I like the video. This is the most profitable cryptocurrencies to mine, October 2023. Now, I gotta give credit because obviously I didn't create this chart, but I just saw it as I was passing through. It came out 4 hours ago, so I might as well show it on the stream as well and just tell you to go watch the full video. But with the top 10, this is, I believe, with a 3060 Ti, he says Sky Doge, Radiant, Conceal, Dynex, Alephium, Kylocoin, Novo, Haven, Ironfish, Ritherium, Nexa, Pepe Pow, and Avian. So this is for Nvidia, and I believe he has a chart for AMD somewhere. Here we go. Alephium, so Dynex, Haven, Skydoge, Ritherium, Conceal, Vertcoin. Surprisingly, Vertcoin's still profitable. Neoxa, Ravencoin. So AMD cards do very well on the Ravencoin, or at least the prog power algorithms, I believe. NeurAI, Claw, Radiant, and Meowcoin. So if we look here, actual on profitability in terms of GPU mining, Dynex is obviously up there. Some of them are going with Radiant and Ergo, probably because Ergo's algorithm is very, very power efficient when compared to a lot of other ones. Some nexas sprinkled in there for revenue. Neoxa, but as I said, you might as well just play games to earn that. Vertcoin, as we saw there, not really showing much other coins. Radiant, but that's Ergo plus Radiant. Conflux, surprisingly, that actually took a dip off, I believe, yesterday. It's down about 10%. Where is it? It's here. So it didn't actually go down 10%. In the last 7 days, what's the best riser? Claw, then Kylocoin, then Ravencoin. Maybe Kylocoin because there's more people joining onto Kylocoin because Ironfish FPGAs are coming off soon. Maybe. Kylocoin is such a low market cap as well. I know that that's self-reported, but it's probably because, well, is it 91? Let's just do it. 91 times 3,600. Okay, that is the market cap. Interesting. That might be a good play, buying Kylocoin. You know, it moves up and down slightly. You can buy it on ZX. You see, the thing is, we've lost a lot of markets for these small coins. You can't even buy it on ZX. You can only trade it on Safe Trade. That's interesting. Anyway, as I was saying, a lot of these small coins that have very low market cap, you're only going to get a hold of them if you're mining them, or you use certain exchanges which probably aren't available in your region, I guess. So a lot of them, like, this is Claw AI is at 3 million in market cap, or 3.6 million. And if you look at the markets, MEXC surprisingly lifted it, but Safe Trade, and that's it. We lost TXBit, and TXBit was very good for these small coins, just for trading them up and down. It was actually really good for trading them. But I think the reason that Kylocoin is staying so low is because they don't have a wide exchange to actually trade the coin on, if that makes sense. They lost TXBit, and that was a ton of volume. But anyway, that's up 13%. Ravencoin's up. Ironfish is up. Cadena, surprisingly up, but nowhere near the all-time high. Radiant, Monero, Alephium, 7%. That's pretty good. Zill, 6.2. Kaspa, 4.26. Bitcoin, 2.34. So I'd say if you're beating out Bitcoin, it's probably, if you're looking at other relatively small market cap coins, if they're beating out Bitcoin over time, then possibly that's the play. Anything under it, we have Conflux is in the negative, Ergo, Dogecoin, Octa, and surprisingly, I'm not surprised to see Dynex because that had a massive rise, but surprisingly, Nexa actually dropped off a little bit as well. So Nexa, I thought it was, I thought it was tracking the same kind of wave as Radiant. If we click on Radiant, then we click on Nexa, and we compare the two right now. Oh, Nexa, there we go. So Let's just zoom it out all the way. If you can see there, Radiant and Nexa kind of follow each other for the most part, like the same kind of spikes, but just repeated. So based on that, you would think that Radiant's up a little bit, but Nexa decided to decouple from it. I don't know what happened there, but I suppose, you know, there's I suppose that there's, some sort of pattern there. Sorry, I had to check my phone. But for the most part, I wouldn't look into it too much, to be honest with you. Nexa and Radiant kind of follow each other. Let me think of any other coins that do. I'm trying to think of other coins that follow that kind of path as well. I mean, it's like a lot of coins will follow the same path because the Bitcoin price rising, but this was actually on its own at a separate time, if that makes sense. This was way before Bitcoin went up. This is in April of this year. These two just had a massive rise, and then it dipped off. And then as you see, they rose at the same time. Now that looks like a pattern, but you can make patterns out of anything basically, but this is a strict pattern from two coins which are relatively the same size in market cap, relatively same progression in terms of ASICs, FPGAs, GPUs. I know Radiant has FPGAs available, but Nexa probably is going to get them soon as well. If we compare this just to like a coin like Kaspa coin, I'll show you now. Didn't necessarily have the same rise, like it inversed basically of Kaspa coin at that point. So that's probably, what happened. Well, you could see that I would make the assumption that Nexa and Radiant are tracking each other. So yeah. Anyway, mainly that's it for the live stream today. So just to recap, this was a quick live stream. Factorn, look into it, mine some of it. Same with Abelian, mine some of that. Son of a Tech has 2 videos on how to mine them. Look into Good Morning Coin, new coin out there that's just potentially could have the same rise as Neoxa based on the gaming aspect of it. And then maybe the next play in terms of buying coins, Kyler coin is like if it gets listed on another exchange, it's probably going to see more volume. So Kyler coin could be a play, and Nexa and Neoxa are down right now, so maybe pick up some of these as well. Remember, you can trade Factorn on ZegX. I believe if we click down here, yeah, so you can trade it on ZegX. It's at $5.16. You can do your own calculations for how profitable that is, but that's the basically overall of the live stream. If you guys did enjoy, please actually subscribe to the channel because we're trying to hit right now. We're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Like this video just so it shares more after the fact, and stick around for the video that's going up tonight. It's a Bitcoin compared to Kaspa coin, like technical, more about market cap, just kind of blocks per second, kind of an overall one. And yeah, stick around for that. It'll be uploaded around 5 hours from now when I finish editing it. So thanks for joining the live stream, and I'll see you in the next video.